Welcome to Factorio. My name is Nilaus and this is the 10th episode of our Let's Start Automating series. So let's start automating. What we've done so far is last time we built some red and green and some military science, and maybe I did go a bit fast through it. I'm happy that not everyone was like, oh my god, you're rushing it. But it can be a bit sort of, you need to understand the ratios. Let's just shortly go through it again on this part. We did build the red and green before, so we want to go through that one. But basically, I built 10 of these because then it is easier to say if it's 10-second crafting time, then I just want 1 per second. So I need to make 1 piercing round per second, 2 grenades per second, and 1 grenade and 2 walls. So 2 walls per second. This one is crafting every half second, so if we can keep this alive, it will craft 2 every second. Good. Then all of it gets corrected by the same factor that the 0.75 for the crafting speed here. So everything gets corrected for that factor, so we don't even care about it. So 8 grenades taking 8 seconds each. That means 1 grenade every second. 3 seconds each. That means this one is creating twice as many as we need. And they will require... I'll now create 2 of these per second. And in order to make 2 per second, I need 2 here, right? So 2 of these machines to make 2 yellow ammunition per second, so which will be used for these 6 to make 2 red ammunition per second. Which is the reason why we get this box nice and full, and I'm actually going to get it bigger. We need all of these grenades because I have a plan. The first plan I have is a subtle one. I will take this out and I will put this in here. So what I want is actually, if we look here, this oil or that oil. This oil is probably juicier, but I don't think I can really afford to take it out right now. So I want to start building a bit of a wall just to be a bit safe against unwanted visitors. Because we can't, as we expand our base continuously, we can't keep relying on pollution always being too far out, and that's just not consistent. Ow, that hurt. So I'm gonna do this, build the wall. It's not gonna be like the perfect wall, but if they start munching on the walls, I'd much rather have them munching on the walls than munching on my base. And here. So obviously we can take this all the way around the base, but we can also not take it all the way around the base. And what I want to do is, so here we do control left click to control right click to put a half a stack in, clear the cursor, control right click twice to take half stack up, and that means I have 25. That's kind of how much I want here. And then I make them sort of with overlapping pattern here. Again, oops, 10, 100, there. Could also have less than this. This is obviously not ideal in, oops, see. Not ideal, but it will definitely keep us safe from the north here. Ah, too many. And they'll keep us safe for a while. There are many ways we can make this better or stronger or anything like that, but this one, it's fine. Keep going. Using the C key to a Z key to put in half. Or put in 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, then it's 25 in each. Okay, so I feel that we've now secured the north parameter when we start expanding, because we will start expanding, we will start building more. What we want to build now is basically the hub. We want to make a collective location. Oh, actually, we're not. We want to first make a science facility. Let's get the car because we need to drive there. This, I mean, in the meantime, things are working, looking good. This is, you can see how uneven it is, and that we will fix by adding a side balancer. So you can see here, because this is a good example for side balancers. I've tried to avoid it. This one will pick up from the belt, but it will pick up from the belt that's closest, the side of the belt that's closest. That means it draws everything from the closest side, but it draws a bit from the further side. When we didn't get all this back, that means some of it is going to be really busy and the other side is not going to do anything. The way to do this is build this monstrosity there, and I can try to explain it. Basically, first it takes whatever comes in and puts it out on the splitter 50-50 on each side. Now the stuff that goes then the downward side, half of it gets blocked because this unloader, this is the trick I showed earlier, will only take one side of the belt, which now goes over here. Now this one has only taken from one side of the belt. The other one does the same but takes from the other side of the belt. That means I've now taken the sides of the belt and split them evenly. Then by putting them into this balancer, then I will make sure that I take the two sides of the belt separately and I will force them to go in alternating left and right. And that's what happens here. And you can see already it gets much better. It can't be a full belt because it's not a full belt inbound. I can do this and then I can do, and it'll be better. So that is how we do side balancing. It's really convenient. We need more stuff. What stuff do we need? Right here. We need all of this. Yep, and we probably need more of this, and we definitely need more of this, and we definitely need more of this, and we don't need more service. What else do we need? We'll take a few of these here, and don't think we'll take a lot of that, and a lot of that. Great, that should keep us happy for a bit. We make some more radars. I think we want to get a few more radars. We can just go pick up exactly from this belt, and that'll be just radars everywhere. Boom. Alright, get back up here, because what we're going to build is a hub. There are two ways we can build the hub. Correct and not correct? No, we can build it by just grabbing a blueprint. I have done a masterclass session where I built and designed this blueprint, and it's really nice. It does everything it needs to do. Oh, right. I was actually not at all going down there to do that. I was actually going down to pick up the science facilities. Oh, and also power. Wow, I'm just forgetting stuff. Okay, let's do power, then science, and then talk about the hub while we do that. Pick up the science because it's dead. It's dead. Probably gonna fill up our inventory, I guess. Let's start by taking these out so they don't put them on the ground. Already starting to tear down our original little base here. So we have 16 of these. We definitely need more. Should we build those while we can? Yes, we should. Gears. I know a place where we can get some gears. That one. And then we can get, I have 16. That's 26. That's too much. 1, 2. I'm gonna 24. Does that seem, 24 doesn't seem like a lot, does it? I think we'll make 36. Or maybe even 48. 24. 28. Oops, don't do that. Okay, I have 26, 28, 28, 33, 4, 34, 35, 36. There we go. That should be what we want. And this one can now also be picked up. This one can be picked up. And let's also pick up the belts. And no point in having this belt here full of juicy things that we spent materials on building and not just using them for the future. I don't need to pick up everything else, but this one, we'll take it as well. We kind of probably need it somewhere. We can always convert the yellow inserters into blue inserters and then we'll be happy. There. And go. Coal. Coal. And coal is kind of problematic, I guess. it is first. This one is a good place to identify that we actually want to make sure that we first go this way. This one could also need a balancer. I think we just double it and then just leave it as it is. This is also somewhere that really has a tendency to attract biters, so maybe we should be just a bit wary of expanding down here. Luckily we have a lot of trees here, so that's good. This one will soon start attacking. Hopefully it will attack this way and not that way. Guess we'll find out. Hold on, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I crafted. Doesn't matter. How can we have too little of this? Huh. I mean, there are many patterns like this for... We have talked about the burner inserters. I know that there are heated debates in the comment section about burner inserters, but I'm also luckily entitled to share my view on it. And I'm going to... Damn, I used the iron for something wrong. There we go, got some iron. Yep. Get some yellow inserters. There. I know we don't have water in it yet. Also make sure we get another pump. Each pump can feed 20 boilers, and that's it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Got it. And boom, 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 boom. Also take that one just in case. All right. Let's look at the power. We did increase the power significantly. All right, it's no longer running out. We have a maximum of 46. Great. And I also want to make sure. Oof. Yeah, this one has to scale up as well. Take all these out and all this out. All of this has to be redone. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I just underground and then put that one in here. And then how far can I get the other one? Yeah, it has to actually jump over every other. That's why I don't like this pattern. I'd rather like it with the better power poles. Why did you not build it with the better power poles? And I don't know. I don't know. Guess we're just doing this one out. Can just get a few more. That one. One, two, 1, 2. That one. Hey. These can actually also go there. So. That's done. And the other one. This one is working, except for that one. And great. So this is as much coal as we can eke out of this little one here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get some lights at least somewhere. There. And oh yeah, I can't walk through them. So we got some lights, and you are going in here, and then this is the point where I go again with a balancer, because now you've seen what the balancer will do for us. It'll help make sure the consumption and things are correct, and I'll just put a few turrets here. Not gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be something. Alright, what that should fix our iron. Oh, wait, by the way, one thing I wanted to talk about with this, that's actually gonna be before this, is a buffer. I think that's gonna be super important for coal to always have a buffer. Here, 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 and here. That one. So what this buffer does is it means that I will keep mining all the time, and even if I switch off the power or something like that, then it'll still fill up these boxes. I don't want to fill them up all the time, or all the way, sorry, like that. That one. And we can take some of this awful coal that we have. Got it. And now on the outside part, that's where we put the balancer. There. And that should guarantee that things get pretty balanced outbound, and there will be enough. And that's now working. Now, onwards. Whoops. And I somehow only have 400 left. You know what? That's actually gonna, that's a bottleneck. The inserter is the bottleneck. And now it's time, and we don't have as much time for it, but we do have some time for building our little hub, or at least starting on it. Well, I guess not, because first we need to build our new science facility. Alright, so what does a science facility look like? Well, I think that it just follows this pattern. If we put it after the red and green and military, I'm still gonna keep this pattern here. I like it. It kind of sort of delimits and says one thing in here and only one thing. Let's see. So we are going to take 2 belts in. We'll have one belt for the red and green, another belt for the military, but also over here we'll probably make the blue circuits or blue science, and then that will go the other way. See, doesn't really matter where I place it. And that's something I'm super enthusiastic about, but I want to show it to you because I think it's a cool trick that maybe not everyone is aware of. So I'm going to show it to you here. So I'm going to use this pattern. I would call this the speedrunner way of doing it. I probably would do it I would generally do it in a different way by using, like, having them one closer and then use, I'm going to show you. I would probably, usually I do this, right? This one takes from the closest one, and this one takes from the furthest one. However, if you're a speedrunner, this is so much easier to place. And in this case, I actually like this. And you can put a power pole there and a power pole here. And then I want to also show you another little trick. It is actually possible to insert them like this. And here. Boom. And let's also put some lights. We can put the light there and a light here. So that's just something we built. Since this is 8, we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't have as many of these. But the great thing is we can always expand it. How many we got left? 12. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have like a really awkward number left, 4. There. Now I have. This is probably way too much, but yeah, let's just build it. Oops. Doesn't do much when we build it like this. And I'm gonna go here. And the last one. This is going to take a lot of... And I think you can see why it's the speedrunner way of building things. It's just so much easier building this than switching Also, I don't even need to change anyway. I'm not saying this is the speedrunner setup, but I'm just saying that doing this red ones, it's something that you might not think about as an option, but it's just so easy to build once you get the hang of it. It's powered. This will actually probably, when the whole thing comes online, take a lot of power. So the hub is something. There are some people who erroneously call it a mall, but we don't call it that around here. A reason why is because malls is where teenagers hang out, especially in the 80s and 90s, before the invention of iPads. And you know, I'm not a teenager. A hub, on the other hand, is the center of a logistics operation, so of course we're going to have a center of a logistics operation. That does seem like something we'd want, doesn't it? Yeah. And I'm just going to take it wherever I can. Yeah. Let's see what kind of science we want to get at this point. It's got to be some kind of military science. That's the only science we have available. We're keeping an eye on this. Let's look at tech. What do we want? Flamethrowers? Nah, mine's not really. Combat robotics? I wouldn't recommend it. Rocketry? They might be actually okay. But the reason why I never use rocketry is because it uses explosives, and that's oil research, and I really don't want to use oil for clearing biters. That's why I never use rockets. I want to kill biters without using oil, especially in this case when it's kind of, yeah. So I want to keep our bullets being better, our bullets being faster, and our bullets being even better, and then our bullets being even faster. So that will keep the research going for a while, and then after that we can take a look at what else we want. And at this point I can also take all of these in here. And that one. It's important to make sure that we got rid of this. And we have now research going. Great. We still have time to start on our hub. We don't have time to finish it, but we do have time to start it. And that's, I mean, good start is halfway done or something to that effect. Yes, so one thing, on the one hand, we start making something that causes more pollution, like restarting the entire base because of science and lots of science facilities. And on the other hand, we remove the trees that actually consume pollution. So we can expect that the biters will not be particularly happy about my new expansion here. And as always, we can look at the production tab, look at pollution. No biters are consuming pollution. And as long as it says no, that was P to open the production tab. As long as there are no biters consuming pollution, we will not be attacked. It is really that simple. You can start thinking a lot about things and the closeness and the proximity, and that's the same. And all these other things. But at the end of the day, if you do not reach them with your pollution, they're not going to attack. Let's lay the foundation for this. Actually, it's not even going to be on this side, is it? No, it's not. It's going to be on the other side. That makes more sense. We'll have science on this side. Let's get some power. Some lights. It's just nice to have a base that... Oops, that looks nice. With a nice driving path here. It looks civilized. Go. So why did I explode all the trees up north? Well, that's a good question. I think it was just like, you know, murder, mayhem, killing spree. There, we're going to need quite a lot of space. So I want to dedicate the space to us right now. So I actually need to, these definitely need to be blown up. That's for sure. One, two, three. That's actually enough there. And I think it's also a good time to put in another radar out here. And you know, we'll just give it one defense. One of these. Get some lights. This looks very civilized. Good. So what we want to do is the hub. The hub is kind of the same as what we've done here. This one has some lines and then making some of the crafting potential. However, this is temporary to get us started on the base. You can see all the things we need are built in this base, but what we really need at this point is build the stuff that will last us for the remainder of the game. So I don't know if I want one more of these. Maybe I should reserve 2 for green. Will I keep 1 for green just for now? Yeah. Okay, so what it is I want is I need to get some items inbound. Let's start saying it like 1, 2, 3. At first I'm just going to lay down a foundation for this, and then we can start looking at what it actually is. It doesn't make sense to actually start until I get to this point. Good. So one of the things that we are absolutely going to need in a base, we're definitely going to need some belts. The reason why we put it in the middle is exactly the same as we put it in the middle before, because I want to make sure that if it's put in the middle, it can go out to either side. So, and also this is the time when we stop using the bad power poles and use the good power poles instead. So, and the thing is, I want to make it even better. So I want to prepare it so that I can also make the red ones. And the red ones. And the red ones. Yeah? And the thing is, this and all the stuff that follows is going to use like a stupid amount of gears. So I reserve all of this space just to make gears. And if we want to make gears, we are going to need some iron coming in. Just get an iron line in on that side and get an iron line in on that side. And now you can also see this will easily consume all of our iron for a long time until we fill up our local buffers. Here, so at this point we have extracted 2 lines. I'm actually going to do after this. Yeah, 1, 2, there. This one. Again, make sure that no matter if the draw on this is even or uneven, then we will make sure that we have sort of an even spread on the side. However, this is going to consume a lot, so I want a dedicated output. This is going to consume a lot, so I want a dedicated output. And one of the comments from previously was try to let the belts flow in before you actually build stuff. And I think that's a great idea, so we can actually get a better grasp of what we want. So now I want to feed this and feed it here. And likewise on the side. Right. Well, let's get stuff inbound. And what are we building here? Don't worry about building it big and thinking you do a lot of resources. You're going to build it once and that's it. Once you build it once, you will not need to upgrade it to make it faster, but you don't need to make it you will not need to redo this. This is going to last you the rest of the game. So it's worth putting in some extra effort on this. So let's also get some power. Oh, that's funny. Haha. How is that not working? Oh, I actually want some here as well. Kind of have to. And let's see. Might need to feel like a nod of this, but on the other hand, it's going to be a nice grid layout. So, well, that's just not really it, is it? Because we also need to make sure that we get stuff outbound. Oops. Here. Why am I doing this so incorrect? Try again. Then it goes here. You know what? I actually don't think I want them this close. I'll do it this way. There. Let's try again. Come up here. Yep. And then we can happily take one input out. They take twice as much input as output. So by doing this, you're now getting absolute ton of these. Great. And now we need to start looking at the next ones. This one is super easy because it just grabs from one side. And that's going to be here. And it grabs from, I don't know, it depends on which side I actually want it on. I think I'll take both just so I'm absolutely sure I can do it. And then the beauty of it is one can output in the other ones. You're going to need iron as well. So that one, you need iron as well. Good. And what I need is then some boxes outbound just so that I can put things in and I'll be happy. So I'm going to put in some boxes there, there, and there. This will be, how much should we get? 200 and one of those and 200. Yeah. And then it gets even better, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It always gets better because we can always also do the red ones now. We don't really want to do like the full red ones. This one is going to take from here. They always require the same one. And they will be put in the next tier out. Like so. I will actually just only get a very small amount of these because they're simply too expensive. Oops. Yeah. Alright, that one is done. And what else do we want? This is not really working because you don't have gears. All right, let's get some gears. This one isn't working because of gears, and it's like I think this is a lot of gears, isn't it? Yeah, it is 40. So let's take it on this side instead. And you also need gears, but they're not working yet. Let's take 2 of those because this one is you're going to use a lot. That one and that one both need greens. So how about making greens out here? I think that's a great idea. Let's try it. Oops. That one. That one. And lo and behold, we have some green wires here, or green circuits here. And I almost always at least, generally I bounce before and after for these kind of things. I don't really care about how much it uses. Although one thing I do care about is I don't want it using both sides. It can make do with just one side. So what we've done here is the first part of it. We have now made a production that makes a lot of gears. I mean, you can also see how easily it runs out of everything until it fills up these boxes. Boom. We can just do that one. Because I think I have a lot more in here. Yes, I do. Let's make sure we get this. All right, that's a good place to wrap up this episode. I hope that it makes sense. Let's remove this. Pollution is stretching out. This one will be hit soon. That one's going to be hit soon. We don't really want to deal with it just now. We can put up some defenses here. That's going to be fine. So what do we have? A very spread out base, but as we keep building, you'll see that it makes more sense to do it this way. This one is getting less and less used as we get here, because now we can actually get our belts from here. Soon we can also get inserters, and you know what? We can get everything we want. So what we did this episode, we expanded power, very important. We hooked up some science. Let's put a marker on the science. That one. And we started up building our new hub. So that's pretty good progress for one episode's worth, I'd say. Running a bit long, but that's time to wrap up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. It's awesome to see the interest in this series. So do leave your comment below, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I think I said all the things I need to say, except for my outro phrase. Take care and stay effective.